We need to talk about this Astroworld catastrophe because things aren't looking good for Travis Scott and a bunch of other people because they are being sued for billions of dollars for pretty much killing people through this festival. And I'm not over exaggerating when I say billions of dollars because they have been hit with a $2 billion lawsuit. Obviously, this event was extremely traumatic for a bunch of people. Even viewers at home can't get those horrific videos out of their minds. So, I mean, it's time for someone to be held accountable. And it looks like an attorney in good old Texas filed a $2 billion lawsuit on behalf of 282 victims. They call it the Deadly Astroworld Festival. So, I mean, it's a fitting name, but a festival should never be deadly, and Travis Scott is to blame. But keep in mind, guys, it's not just Travis Scott who's being sued. We've got our boy Drake, we've got a bunch of other companies and production companies, and we've got TriStar, which we'll talk about in a second. But let's talk about what this attorney is saying. This San Antonio attorney said the defendant stood to make an exorbitant amount of money. Travis Scott was going to make bank, but they still chose to cut corners, and they put these people at risk.
They undertook a course of conduct that was negligent, grossly negligent, reckless, and careless, that resulted in people being injured and being killed.
He continues, my clients want to ensure the defendants are held responsible for their actions. And they want to send a message to all performers, event organizers, and promoters that what happened to Astroworld cannot happen again. But as I mentioned earlier, there's one other person that's included, and pretty much, I guess they're under Travis Scott, but Travis Scott's company, who is managed by TriStar. If you guys don't know what TriStar is, we've talked about them before on my channel, and they have tried to legally come after me, so everything I'm saying today has fact and receipts, allegedly. You guys know the drill. Anyways, TriStar has tried coming after me, and they are an entertainment company ran by Lou M. Taylor. She is the CEO, and she's also been quoted as the mastermind of Britney's conservatorship. And I'm going to say allegedly because she had me remove this from my videos. But Lou, this is something that has been published. We can go to the source. This is something I'm not making up. I'm pulling it from the internet, from a publication. So if you have an issue with it, go to the publication. She's also being listed inside of this whole Astroworld lawsuit. I mean, you guys can even see there's a tweet from our friend Mona Lisney. I don't know if I'm going to say his real name, but we are actually friends in real life. And he tweeted out that Lou M. Taylor is tight with Travis Scott and runs his business. They also name Lou M. Taylor by name in this document, also claiming that TriStar has been familiar with Travis Scott's antics, like going and fighting people in the crowd, and they've allowed it to happen. Again, that is according to this document. It was on the following page. They can go and look at it. The lawyers can go and look at it. And of course, they've been named in the lawsuit. So, I mean, TriStar is going down with Travis Scott. All of this is making me think about Astroworld and how the whole stage and everything was set up, because all of the attendees were pretty much boxed in. They caged them in a way that nobody could escape if they were all packed up in there, which, keep in mind, 50,000 people attended. There's no way they're going to get out of this mess. And just in case you guys are doubting that TriStar is involved with Travis Scott, our friends SWAT team for BJS has done a ton of research. Go and check them out below. They've got a YouTube channel, a Twitter, and they have provided me a bunch of files that show that Lou Taylor and TriStar are associated with Travis Scott's brand and a lot of his brands. So I just want to share a few of those documents with you guys. SWAT team for BJS also created a diagram, a crazy diagram. This is just a snippet of it where you guys can see Lou M. Taylor is tied to a bunch of Kardashian brands, including Travis Scott, but also other Kardashians. So if you want to explore that, let me know. I've also seen a document floating around where Lou Taylor's name is on some type of property of Kanye West. I'm not entirely sure. I'll try to look into that, but I want to talk a little bit more about the injuries that these people have gone through, because as you guys know, 10 people have lost their life because of this festival, which is a crazy amount, including a 9-year-old boy. A lot of people are wondering, why is a 9-year-old boy there? I think that's a valid question, but he was there with his father. He was on his father's shoulders. The father passed out and the boy was trampled and he did not survive. So I think, like, I know there's a lot of questions on why, but also I don't think that this father went in there thinking that his son would ever be put into a situation like this. So I think it's better off to just like send condolences and prayers for the families. So the victims being represented by the Texas attorney have a range of injuries, ranging from heart attacks to heart issues to brain injuries and spinal injuries, broken bones, broken legs, eye injuries, internal organ injuries. Holy, like, I just like, oh, it's just like okay, people were all like, oh, like we thought more people died than 10. 10 is a lot of people, and 282 people who have had a bunch of injuries, bruising and bleeding. That is not okay. In addition to the physical injuries, there are a bunch of people who have experienced mental issues or mental health issues because literally they saw people dying before their eyes. Those who were injured are still very traumatized because they had to step over dead bodies. They didn't have a choice because there was nowhere to move. These people were trapped. The crushing effect was so heavy and so hard, they couldn't breathe, they couldn't get out. I know some people hate to call this like a hell or Satan experience, but it's hard not to think so when you see a bunch of those clues and things like that. And we've talked about this before in a previous video, so if you want to learn more about that, go and check that out. But let's talk a little bit more about this lawsuit. It looks like this lawyer is trying to get a hold of not only Travis's, but Drake's cell phone because they want to see what they've been talking about, I guess. They want to make sure every text message, audio message, everything is preserved because I guess there's going to be some type of evidence inside of that. Keep in mind, the crowds were pretty bad before Drake came out at Astroworld, and then once he was out, it was over. It was not good. I also read that Travis went out after Astroworld, like partying it up and stuff, and supposedly he said he didn't know about the whole situation, but like, how are you not gonna, you're gonna see bodies being pulled off into the crowd multiple times and you're just not gonna know? Personally, I'm not buying it. And this billion-dollar lawsuit isn't just it. There's also been another lawsuit by an attorney named Tony. So Tony's representing a bunch of people, 125 freaking people, $750 million, and he's suing a bunch of the same people, including Epic Records. So it looks like really anyone who's associated with Travis is going down. There have been at least 140 lawsuits that have been filed because of Astroworld. And I'm assuming some are for, you know, a lot of them are for Travis, probably all of them, but also I think the city should have to be responsible as well, because how did they approve of a plan where the stage looked like this? But as you guys know, Travis and a bunch of the Kardashians have put out statements trying to apologize for everything, and it looks like Travis is trying to work with a company called BetterHelp, and I just want to give you guys some information about them because they are no good. First off, BetterHelp is a company that works with a bunch of influencers, and they're pretty much the Uber of mental health, which sounds like a good idea, but they're not providing actual licensed people. Like, it is not a guarantee that you will be matched with a true therapist. They don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to collect your data, which I've read, and they sell it off to marketing people. You are going to a therapist for mental health issues, trying to open up about your issues, and they are collecting your data and then selling it off. Now they're working with Cactus Jack, which is Travis Scott's company, and they're giving a deal to everyone. And honestly, this looks like an opportunity for the company to choose the opportunity to work with someone like Travis Scott and get a big celebrity deal, opposed to like actually going and helping people, because their services have really bad reviews. I mean, if you've used it before and you had a great experience, please comment below, because I tried to look up some and I couldn't find any. And there's a lot to the fine print that you need to read, because when you sign up, it's not like for free. Like, Travis Scott's not paying for all this. Like, your credit card will be charged at some point. Also, how would you feel if you are going to seek help and you're not even matched with a true therapist? Like, that makes me think that they have people who are playing pretend, acting like therapists, and you don't want to trust anyone like that. Like, maybe they would be a good person to talk to, sure, but there are certain like requirements that come with being a therapist and like laws that protect you as a client, so you don't want to go and like tell a random person all of your deepest and darkest thoughts. I've also heard if you accept a refund for your ticket from Astroworld, you can no longer go and sue them. So there are a lot of sketchy things going on, and Travis Scott's trying to get out of anything he can, because keep in mind, like 50,000 people were at this event. We probably, I mean, there was like 200 and something in the first one, 140 in another one. So there's probably like about 1,000 people suing him. So there could be a lot more. And Travis Scott's being dropped from events and all this, as he should. There's also been really cryptic voice messages, or I guess like recordings of people who are EMTs and safety staff at Astroworld. And I want to end by listening to some of those because they're really cryptic and you guys can see how underprepared these people were. So these came from the Houston police scanner, and I'm just going to go ahead and watch it with you guys and listen to it. I've listened to a few different things, like people talking about, people passing out and really concerned rhetoric. So I just want to go ahead and watch it in full with you guys, and let's just go ahead and listen to it. Again, this may be triggering, so heads up.
We're having some structural issues that could be catastrophic, and we need everybody together. No smoke groups. 10 or less is unacceptable. It's like folks are coming out of the crowd complaining of difficulty breathing, crushing type injuries. Seems like the crowd is compressing, from what I could tell. I was on the Delta side, and I probably saw at least 4 or 5 people pouring out of the crowd, just trying to get away from the crowd. The comps are still going on. The crowd is compressing, is compressing, and the intel we're getting is that the barricade might be compromised or being compromised. So the crowd is compressing.
Hey, can I have the airplane for a few seconds? Can I have the air for a few seconds? Hey, I'm over here at the medical tent, and there's a lot of people trampled, and they're passed out at the front stage.
304 we're in the front of the stage. We have security up there. The people are taking them to the back.
The unit asking about trampling, I guess they're pulling them out and taking them to the back.
They were getting multiple reports that people found out unconscious in the crowd.
HBCP to unit interrogated reports. Right now, that crowd is super thick, super dense. If you go in there, this could possibly turn into an officer.
I apologize, it's so hard to listen to. I'm really trying to make it out for myself, but you can hear them describing the crowd being really thick, people passing out, people being trampled, which again just sounds like horrible. It sounds just traumatic to everyone, even these police officers. I can't imagine these are the police officers. Imagine like the EMTs and people who are working with these people.
The rescue situation, and that makes it extremely dangerous for everybody. So right now, if you can get in on the perimeter, get to them. If not, try your best and go commands into that crowd to help out. Other than that, be careful.
Well, they have to stop the show because there's people trampled and they're not breathing.
You guys are doing well. Take a breath. Everyone's doing a good job. Now listen, what I need is for people to get things under control at the medical tent. HFD's been advised. They are listening to our channel and they're pulling people in to come and help, okay? Help is coming. Just take a deep breath and relax. We'll work through this.
Does anybody have eyes on Seth with Live Nation?
TP to anybody that's close to Seth with Live Nation, can you advise?
The camera's down here. We're here right now. Let's be back over.
They're overhead right now.
HB4 box, give us an update on what you did.
Oh my gosh, that is just so intense. And I mean, God bless all of those people who were there, saving those people, saving those victims, saving all of those concert goers, because imagine how many more people could have died if they weren't resuscitated or, CPR and all of that from those medical staff. So there are so many heroes in this situation, but there's a ton of villains here and they need to be held accountable. And billions of dollars can maybe help out, but there will never be justice for those people who lost their lives. And I can't help but to think about Barty, who is someone who lost their life after the whole Astroworld thing. They were on, I believe, in a medical coma, and they ended up passing away. And there was a horrible video of her mother crying on the internet, and it's just really hard to watch. So it's a really tragic situation, and there needs to be accountability. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here is my email if you have any other video ideas for me. And I'm going to go ahead and open a PO Box package item. This one actually looks like it's from Amazon, so I'm assuming there's going to be a note or something inside here. So let's go ahead and check it out. Hello, I hope you enjoy my books of poetry. Oh, nice. Instagram is Alex61098. Author page link is in my Instagram. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Alex Hunter. I had a little bit of a hiccup right there because I actually did go to a boardroom game night. I just had one drink. I had a vodka, or a Red Bull vodka, which I just wanted to take because I wanted to come home and film this video for you guys today, because I do have another video planned, but I wanted to get this one out. And look at these poetry books. Aw, this one's Learning How to Fly. So cute. We love that. Aw, and there's a lot of pictures inside too. I wonder if Alex did like all of the artwork as well. It's so sweet. I love that. I'm assuming so. And let's go ahead and check out this one. This one also looks very artistic as well, and it's called Lavender and a Gate. A Gate. Why do everyone look so sad? Let's go ahead and see what's in here. Are there pictures? Oh, it looks like this one's more of text. Oh, cool. I can't wait to go and like hang out and read these on a hammock or something. So sweet. Congrats on your books. I'll list them below, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.